Greetings, children, and welcome to a discussion. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who, Robot of Sherwood. It's an episode from Season 8, one of my favorite seasons as well as it happens. I never see anybody talking about this particular episode around YouTube, which surprises me honestly. There's a lot to unpack in it, and these elements are what I want to explain. Robot of Sherwood features Robin Hood, a popular legendary character that steals from the rich and gives to the poor. The 12th Doctor brings Clara to see him, if only to prove he isn't real. Turns out he is real, and the Doctor and Robin Hood squabble throughout the episode, arguing and practically making fools of themselves. My favorite scene from this episode is a spoon fight. Robin Hood challenges the Doctor to a duel over a river to take the TARDIS. Of course, the Doctor accepts. He fights sword with spoon and proves to be skilled in wielding it, for he wins with a clever trick to push Robin in the river. After the accepted defeat, we are shown the main villain of the episode. It's the Sheriff of Nottingham, based off of the character of the same title in the Robin Hood legend. He murders an old man that was protesting to his ward being taken for labor. Meanwhile, Robin brings the Doctor and Clara to his merry men, where the Doctor pokes and prods them to confirm if they're real or not. He is still not sold on Robin Hood actually existing. Clara and Robin Hood have a bonding moment, talking about Marion, Robin's love, who had gone away and left him sad. Afterwards, Robin mentions a contest to find the best archer in the land, with the reward of a golden arrow. It cuts to the contest itself, and Robin goes in disguise to win the prize. Well, I say disguise. He just put a hat on. Of course, he hits it right on effortlessly. Just before he can claim the golden arrow, however, the Doctor appears and splits his arrow. Robin Hood retaliates with another perfect shot, to which the Doctor bounces off another arrow on the guard's armor and hits a bullseye on the target yet again. Robin isn't backing down that easily, of course, and simply hits it again. The Doctor gets tired of this and blows up the target entirely with his sonic. Talk about impatience. So the guards close in on them, Robin trying to fight back, only to discover that they're mechanical by slicing one's arm off. This comes as a shock to everyone, and Robin, the Doctor, and Clara all surrender and are taken hostage. By choice, of course. So there are robots hiding out, collecting as much gold as they can to fuel their ship and make it to the Promised Land. The Promised Land is Season 8's main arc, but I won't get into that. In the dungeon where they're all chained up, the Doctor and Robin argue back and forth with insults and childish bets of who can last longer stuck in there. It's discovered there's a guard outside, listening in to see who is the leader of the group. When he comes in to take them, the two argue of who gets to go out. Neither of them are picked, however, and instead it's Clara. Clara cleverly dodges the sheriff's words and tricks him into sharing his story of the robots and what he plans to do, which is rule the world. Very cliche, but it's something that I can forgive and honestly enjoy, considering it's a trope used commonly in older stories. It makes sense with Robin Hood involved. The two in the dungeon make an escape, of course, tricking the guard into coming in so they can knock him out and steal his key. Though, fighting over who got to take the key, they dropped it down a hole. Whoops. This reminds me a lot of classic Who. The Doctor and his companions would always find themselves getting captured and sent into a prison or a dungeon, and their plan of escape was always tricking the guards or something similar along those lines. It gives the episode a nice charm, I think. They run out, still chained up, looking for somewhere they can free themselves. Off-screen, they get them off and find the control room of the robot spaceship. This is where the Doctor confronts Robin about being a robot himself. Robin is incredulous, of course, but they don't have much time to finish. The robots come in with the sheriff to take them back. Robin takes Clara and jumps out the window into the water that was underneath, swimming to shore. He interrogates Clara about the Doctor and who he is once they reach the merry men. The Doctor is captured, brought into the musty place where they're storing and melting gold, using the commoners for labor. He raises a revolt, destroying all the robots present by reflecting their weird head beams on shields to explode them. All of the work prisoners escape thanks to him. But the sheriff comes in to take the Doctor again, where the Doctor confronts him about Robin being a robot. Of course, the sheriff is confused and points out that it would be a horrible idea to have a robot that went against him. The Doctor comes to this realization, but he still doesn't want to accept Robin Hood as real. Then cue Robin himself coming to save the day, challenging the sheriff to a sword fight. They duel each other high up onto a beam, standing over the massive boiling bowl of molten gold. The sheriff slashes Robin Hood's sleeve, and he feigns surrender to do the same trick the Doctor used at the beginning of the episode to push him into the river. I love that, copying the Doctor's strategy. It shows character development between the two, and satisfyingly wraps up their disagreements. The sheriff falls into the boiling gold pit and is solidified. Dang, that's kinda harsh. The robots probably would have dumped him anyways. They rush out as the spaceship is taking off. They don't have enough gold to take off, though, and they need more or else they'll crash. Luckily, they still have the golden arrow, which is enough to keep them moving. However, Robin Hood can't shoot it. His arm is injured, which leaves it to the Doctor. He did so well at the contest, surely he could do it. But, he's a dirty cheater and made a special arrow to help him. Yeah. Eventually, Robin, the Doctor, and Clara all situate themselves on the ground so they can all shoot it towards the ship. It hits, and the robots can safely make it. Oh, wait. Never mind. They explode in outer space. Whoops. They wrap up the episode with the Doctor and Robin reflecting on heroism and legends. Clara had told him about the Doctor and his origins, which he wasn't very happy about her sharing his life, but it led to a nice, fond conclusion. Once the Doctor and Clara entered the TARDIS and left for more adventures, the Doctor left a farewell gift for Robin, as a symbol of getting along. It was Marion herself. And that's the end of the episode. I really loved the way it was balanced and how it used old school tropes in it. It fits the theme nicely, and though it's slightly more childish for that, it's in an endearing way. It showcases how petty the Doctor can be and his charming arrogance. It introduced a legendary character, Robin Hood, and compared him with the Doctor, showing us our favorite Time Lord in a new light. I don't like Clara that much. She's a spotty character for me, but in this episode, I didn't actually mind her. Either that, or I was able to tolerate her. I think it's unique for this episode to use a famous character that's originally a legend made up and make it real. Unless I'm forgetting, I haven't seen any other episode in New Who do this, which is another reason I love this episode so much. It's charmingly cliché with an antagonist wanting to rule the world, and heroically saving the day with exciting music that excellently shouts, Robin Hood. Seriously, Murray Gold makes amazing music for the show. It's certainly not a perfect episode, no episode is, except Heaven Sent. But with the pros outweighing the cons, I still take heart to this tale, and I hope you will too. Anyways, that's all I have to say for today. Please leave a comment for suggestions about what I can talk about next. I'd love to explore more things to discuss and talk about topics you may enjoy as well. Farewell, friends. I'll see you next time.